Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
If you're like me, the cryptids you have heard of are just a few, the likes of Bigfoot, the Rake and the Yeti. Scientists are fascinated by the mere possibilities of existence of these creepy and paranormal creatures in our universe. I bet you didn't know that there's quite a number of cryptids out there. Here's a list of 10 of them. Number 10. The Big Muddy Monster. This murky creature was first spotted on the 25th of June 1973 in Murfreesboro, Illinois. Two lovers were busy minding their own business, their car parked near the Riverside Park dock near the wood, where they heard a thunderous scream. A huge muddy creature had come towards the driver's side of the car. Its fur was matted in mud. The creature was almost 7 feet tall and it walked on two limbs. Not wanting to wait for the aftermath, they took to their heels without registering the creature's face. They filed a report at the nearest police station. Since this incident, there have been quite a number of sightings in 1973. Mrs. Nedra Green heard the creature's loud scream deep in the woods outside her farm. Christian Baril, a 4-year-old, was catching fireflies when he came running home in terror saying he'd seen a big ghost. Following these reports, the police have brought out their tracking dogs for the search of the monster, but have never been lucky. Number 9. The Goat Man. A man who is a goat. How laughable. But there are various stories surrounding this sighting. One is linked to some deep history from Prince George's County, Maryland, that the Goat Man was once a herder who went bananas after some teens murdered his goats. Another story is that the Goat Man is a smaller version of Bigfoot. An even more absurd story is that the Goat Man was a genetic mistake by the U.S. Department of Agricultural Research Center in Beltsville, Maryland. Apparently, a scientist tried to cross the DNA of a goat with that of his assistant. So the assistant, who was called William, is a mutant goat out for revenge. The Goat Man terrifies teenagers and lovers who go to Fletchtown Road and chases them down. The Goat Man also decapitates dogs. It's believed if you ever see the Goat Man, you're doomed. Number 8. The Fresno Nightcrawlers. I really like the film Nightcrawler featuring Jake Gyllenhaal. As much as his role gave a thrill, it's nothing compared to the Fresno Nightcrawlers. They were first seen on video in 1997 when a resident in Fresno, California found the footage of the creature in his surveillance camera. This Nightcrawler was walking majestically on his front yard. He had 2 legs, no arms, a small head and 2 ears. Later, a similar Nightcrawler was spotted in Yosemite National Park. The legend of the Nightcrawlers goes back to the Native Americans who had wooden carvings with their images. According to them, the creatures lived in swamps, and the long legs helped them wade in the water. Another tale is spun about the Nightcrawlers coming to visit the humans to assist them in reconnecting with nature. They would maybe help us understand the climate change crisis. Number 7. The Van Meter Monster. Talk of the real Batman without a suit. The Van Meter Monster was spotted in 1903 in Van Meter, Iowa. The only people who got to see the creature were very esteemed people in the community, a bank cashier, a school teacher, and even a doctor. It was never that random person who drinks at the local bar, and so it was made more believable. The first time the creature was seen, it was flying across buildings in Van Meter. Those who witnessed this described the creature to be half man, half bat. Like if Batman could fly and had real bat wings. Additionally, it had a horn on its head and could shoot a light beam. It was, however, a smelly creature. One time, the residents followed it to a mine, and after a few minutes, it came out having shrunk to the size of a regular bat. At number 6. The Slide Rock Bolter. Found deep in the mountains of Colorado, the strange slide rock bolter is the size of a whale. It had sharp teeth, small eyes, and its back fin is attached to the mountains. Sounds quite unbelievable. Apparently, it secretes some lubrication from its mouth, allowing it to slide down the mountain and get its prey, humans included. The slide rock bolter can only thrive in mountains that have a 45-degree angle to help in getting its food. It moves from mountain to mountain, searching for prey to devour. The cryptid was first seen in the 19th century by lumberjacks. In recent times, no sighting has been made, and it's believed that if you do see it, it'll get you, and you won't live to tell the tale. At number 5. Altamaha-ha. What is this creature? Its body resembles a sturgeon, and then it has a bony ridge on top. It has front flippers and no back flippers. Definitely qualifies to be a cryptid. It also has a snout like the crocodile with huge teeth and eyes. The Lower Muskogee Creek tribe were the first to see it. Last seen in the Altamaha River near Darien, Georgia, people who have seen it claim it to be 20 to 30 feet long. In 1830, a writer for the Savannah newspaper reported that several men on a schooner called Eagle had seen this monster. In recent times, a carcass washed up on Georgia's southern coast in 2018, resembling a smaller version of the creature. Jeff Warren's son discovered it when he was visiting with his old man. Mr. Warren took video, and from the footage, most dismissed the creature to be another deep-sea shark. Number 4. The Frogman. Cryptids surely lurk in darkness. The Frogman from Loveland, Ohio, was first heard of in the 1950s when a businessman said he saw a couple of large bipedals along the Little Miami River. The first official sighting was in 1972 by 2 policemen on 2 different occasions. Officer Ray Shocker saw it at 1 a.m. while driving to Loveland, Ohio. At first he thought it was a dog in a field next to the road. Then the creature stood up. Its eyes met the car lights. He could make out what looked like a giant bipedal frog. The man-frog fled into the nearby river. The officer saw it so lividly and described the creature to his sister, who then made a drawing of it. Officer Mike, on the other hand, found skid marks at the spot where the creature ran into the river a few weeks later. The animal was again in the middle of the road. He got out of the car and even shot at the cryptid, but missed. Most recently, in 2016, Sam Jacobs was playing Pokemon Go, then saw a huge frog near Lake Isabella. The 4-foot creature then stood and walked away using its hind legs. At number 3, it's the Pukwudgies. Their very hard name means person of the wilderness. Pukwudgies are somewhat like you and me with pale grey skin tones. The only difference is that their fingers, noses and ears are larger than those of humans. They're considered the oldest cryptids in North America. Native Americans pointed out that these cryptids were friendly to the humans, but something happened and severed the relationship. One of the many stories explains how the Wampanoag tribe called on Mashup the Giant to remove the Pukwudgies from their land. Each tribe has a different law that has been passed down to generations. The Ojibwe tribe and others from the Great Lakes, for instance, think the cryptids have too much mischief and like playing simple pranks on humans. The Abenaki and other northeastern Native American tribes consider the Pukwudgies dangerous, while the Wampanoag tribe in southern New England see them as two-faced with a combination of playfulness and danger. Number 2. Lizard Man. If you're one of the people who fears the lizard or the gecko, the Lizard Man will send you down a bender. The Lizard Man was first spotted in Lee County, South Carolina in 1988 by one unsuspecting 17-year-old. Christopher Davis unluckily got a flat tire near Scape Ore Swamp at night getting home. When he got out to change, he suddenly saw a 7-foot-tall green lizard man with 3 fingers on each hand. The lizard man had glowing red eyes and had come from a nearby swamp. Instinctively, out of terror, he got into his car and drove away. He was, however, too late, since the creature was inside his car. Also in the 1980s, a cyclist had stopped next to a guardrail near a swamp for a drink and a smoke when he encountered the lizard man across the street. Similarly, in 2015, Jim Wilson was driving towards Camden when he saw the humanoid run out of the woods across the Scape Ore Bridge. Mr. Wilson was so fascinated that he got out of his car and started taking photos of the creature. In his description, he says the cryptid was tall with scales resembling those of an alligator. This creature, clearly not frazzled by humans, faced Wilson eyeball to eyeball before crossing into the swamp. One artist, Robert Howell, has gained some popularity for his drawings of the lizard man. The drawings can be found in South Carolina's Cotton Museum. In 2018, there was even a Lizard Man Festival and Comic-Con, the first of its kind, where cryptozoologists got to meet up. And at number 1, it's the OZARK howler. This cryptid has been heard of in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas and Missouri for generations. A good number of people believe it's a mashup of myths about the saber-toothed cats from the Native Americans and Coo Sith from the Irish, the Scottish, Welsh and English settlers. The Coo Sith is a huge bull-sized creature resembling a wolf. Current features of the OZARK howler are shaggy hair, horns, a beard and glowing red eyes. There's uncertainty on whether it has a long or a short tail. One thing is for sure, you don't want to hear the OZARK howl. It's said to be in between an elk's bugle and a wolf's howl, only more ferocious. The OZARK howler has been seen and heard of since the 1950s. Some families have stories of the creature dating back to the 1800s. Additionally, there are some photos which some people claim could be photoshopped. More recent sightings were between 2005 and 2010, where locals saw what seemed like a large cat in a region where large cats are not part of the local wildlife. A few residents speculated it to be cats that were once exotic pets and had been released into the wild. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch up my next video.